Hi there and welcome back. Okay, so now we're in Substance Painter. This is my door and my door frame. Hopefully you have something similar. Let me just take you through what I did. Obviously we got the three folders and we've done all that. That's pretty straightforward, and you know, if you don't know how to do it, go back and have a look at the axe lecture, because I explain and take you through it exactly there. I'm not going to take you through it again here. You should know how to do that. So yeah, so for the frame, I used a smart material. I think I used let me see, yes, wood chest, this one here. Yeah, you can see, and then I just altered the colours because it was too red and too dark, and I just brightened it up. I wanted I wanted a contrast between the frame and the door, and you can see I kind of got that, which is pretty cool. For the door, I used, sorry, going back to the frame, the top. I rotated the UVs on this section, so I masked this out and rotated the UVs on here, so as I could get the grain running in the correct direction. You know, it's these details that make a big difference, so make sure you get all that correct. And the same for the door, actually. So this wood texture here is from the walls. If you remember, we downloaded the walls from textures.com, and I took that texture, I kind of bleached it out a little bit, took a lot of the colour out of it, so it looks a bit more washed, and we still have to do that for the walls. And you can see that works really well. It's a little bit shiny, perhaps. I might just tone that down. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. The roughness on that is a bit too much. Okay, so that was my door, and again, for these beams, I masked off the areas. You can see my two layers here. I masked them off so I could get the orientation correct. So this, you know, that was that layer is for the beams, for the direction, for each direction, I should say, and this layer is for the vertical. And then we have the hinges, which I did, which are in the inside. So this is the inside, and I'm not going to do too much to this. You can see I kind of left it as it was pretty much. But we can see the hinges here on the outside, so I had to do something with them. I think they look pretty good. I could go into more detail and, you know, actually make the hinges so they look a bit more interesting. They've got the grooves where the actual hinges are and all that kind of stuff. But I think for this we you know, it's perfectly fine. It shows you the point of this exercise. So, and it's pretty cool. If I was doing this for a client, I would have probably added a lot more detail. For example, I would have probably put a handle on here. I would have, like, you know, done those hinges. I would have, this door frame is pretty plain, so I would have probably put maybe some nails and bits and pieces coming off there, made it a bit more decorative, hang some trinkets off it, you know, broke it out because it's quite a plain door, and you'll see that in Unity in a minute. And you can see I put a bit of moss and dirt at the bottom, put some dirt around where the hands are when going in and out. You always get this sort of grubby and sort of hint at some blood there. If he's hunting and he's been out chopping up his meat, you might have some sort of blood on his hands. All that sort of helps with the story elements, you know, so you need to build that up as well. So that's pretty much it for Substance, and you can see what I've done there. It looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to show you it in Unity, so I'll see you in there. Okay, so hey there, here it is inside Unity. I've actually put it into place, and it sits really well. It's even got it on the inside there. One thing I forgot to mention is when you're painting it in Substance, when you're painting it in here, leave the door open so that you can get into the edges quite easily. You know, paint on the wood a lot more easier, all those bits and pieces. It's like when you do characters, you leave the arms extra so you can skin it correctly. Same sort of principle, just make sure you can reach all the nooks and crannies and the edges of your objects when painting. So yeah, so in Unity, there it is. Pretty good, I would say. It's really hard to the light here is probably not doing me any favors, to be perfectly fair. Let's just crank it up a little bit so you can see it in a bit more detail there. Just pull it away so it lights it up. Let's increase the intensity and the range perhaps. Yeah, there you go. So just so you can see it a bit better. And you can see there's a lot, looking at that, there's a lot of wood. I mean, this is what we expected, but you need to break that up. We need to break that up somehow, make it a bit more, you know, we can hang trinkets off here and do some things to this that will, you know, put some stuff on the walls. We've still got to work into this wall texture, so that's going to happen, but it won't be enough to break all this wood up. We need to add something more to this to give it some, just to break it up basically. But it works well. I like the different type of wood. This looks like it's been carved from, you know, a big tree trunk, and you know, obviously these have been put together by, you know, planks, a bit more engineered, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, and the wobbliness of the planks look pretty authentic, and yeah, I think it's coming together actually. Not sure what these black lines are. I think they're normal on the material. So if we go to the material for this, let me see where it is. That's door. Okay, so yeah, okay, let's bring that down. It's probably a bit too high there. Yeah, there you go, that's better. I think I had that up for some reason. I was doing some experiments, so the normal map was a bit too high there. And there we go. I might just go back in and take some of these streaks out. I think I went a bit overboard with the streaks. When it's in Painter, you don't really see that so much. It actually works quite well, but when it comes across, it kind of loses something there. It's interesting. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so hopefully you've got the same. Let's just have a little run around. Let's see what it looks like actually when I'm running around the scene. To run all the way to the hut. Okay, forget all my extra trees. I'll look down because I've been working on some trees and I'm going to show you that shortly. And there it is. That looks pretty good. I might do some where the mud bits are around the frame there. I might add some to the door. You know, it just needs some more detail there. It just needs breaking up a little bit. But there we go. That's pretty cool. Hope you like that. And that's it. The door and the frame done. So I will see you in the next lecture.